All right, say hello to YouTube.
Hello, YouTube. How are you doing?
Ooh. Hi, YouTube.
Huh? All right, so remember I talked about that 15-minute candle? Now you getting ready to get that gas report. I'm not sure what it may or may not do. It might give us a
It's
little
coming.
something.
I'm watching natural gas. That's a given.
I might have some natural gas. So 10:29, 45 seconds. We got 15 to go. But you notice that candle I talked about earlier that looked like a tweezer top on the 15-minute is no longer look like a tweezer top, and it will not close as one.
Right. It's going to close as a pennant here.
That's why we wait for these things to close.
Mini wedge or very, very tiny bull flag.
Tiny bull flag. Tiny bull flags.
Hold me closer, tiny bull flag.
Hold me closer. Tiny bull flag.
You know we've lost
That's
it when
because
we
I need more coffee. I gotta
start
go.
pulling a Weird Al move on stock charts, man. We got.
Yesterday I was ordering
Oh,
stuff for my
look.
office to set up things, make it better. Look at that.
Flag fail or
All right.
stop hunt? We wait
Well,
for.
it's coming back down to retest that area at 3970.
Yep.
So be careful with that there. I mean, it can come back down.
Stop
It'll
hunt.
come
They
back down a
ran it
lot.
right to the entry.
Mm-hmm. It's also the wick of the second green candle above that on the 1 minute above the ascending or the descending channel or wedge that it broke that I can't speak clearly about. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
All right, so it wicked into that 3970 area again. I'm looking over here at the MES, and that wick equals almost the wick of that green bar at 1026. You see that's that in between I talk about that you have to pay attention to, and it's coming back down to that resistance level of that wedge. So if it breaks that, then it's rounding over.
All right.
But don't let it fake you out, y'all.
Well, it gave us a big old wick or pin bar on UNG here. The report couldn't have been that great. It's still, they're probably still processing.
Let me go see what it says if I can find it. Economic calendar. Where is my thingamajiggy, y'all? Okay. I'll be right back.
Trying to see if I can find a decent spread open. Just not very friendly. I don't want expiration after Christmas, that's for sure. Not yet, anyway. All right, bullish engulfing on the 1 minute chart. Let that candle close. And if you look at our structure on the 5-second chart, it's a handy dandy little inverse head and shoulders pattern, really. We're at the neckline, and these either make a run for a control bar or they fail right here. This is the neckline. Let's draw it.
Okay, it looks like it tested that area and it pushed away from it. So let's see what this next candle does. My goodness, Jeremy, you got me in the candle for candle. This is all your fault.
I do this every day, man.
All your fault. I love it. I mean, look at the big picture too. I love it.
It takes all time frames to really converge all of your analysis into what you're trading and what moment you're trading it.
Right.
Look at this, dude. Bam. Head and shoulders break right across the neckline, shooting right under that target. There's your control bar. 5-second chart, y'all. Just like that.
Just like that. Okay, well, look, we built. We look like we might be bullish again here. Took my eyes off of that quick.
It's pretty neat to be able to see that on a 5-second chart and just have the analysis ready to go that fast. I love it.
Well, that was what we call a sneaky Pete on the gas report.
Yeah.
Actually, it wasn't even. It was just. It didn't stink.
I think we
All right,
continue
hey,
on with our bullish measure move here. We're just about at that half leg. When we hit about 397.25, we'll be there. The full leg will be 398. So we'll see if it continues on up. In the meantime,
have
I'm
go
looking
ahead.
for when this thing tops out, when it looks like it's actually going to break over. I'm looking for put debit spreads on next week expiration. And I'm thinking we might see a push slightly above 398 today. It's possible. I mean, all the dope points to going to like 397.50 is a control bar here. 399.50 is the top of that range bar. And 400 is like the ultimate target for bulls here. It's got that range.
Yeah, we could go to 4,000 on the MES too. Let's see though. You get that little. Sometimes you get these tweezer tops, then a few minutes later, it tweezer bottom.
Right.
Tweezer top. It comes back down. So let's see though. It did come down and do while I was away. I guess it came down and tested that previous resistance on that angular resistance that we had for that descending wedge that it broke out of.
Right.
And that's what that green and that red candle are there, that tweezer bottom looking thing. So let's see now if it holds. It's trying to hold this line, trying to hold the 8.
It may end up ranging here between 397 and 396 for a couple minutes here.
Yeah.
Probably right till 11 o'clock, I'd imagine.
Yep. We're getting into that look again. That was a small break on that wedge. That was not a very strong break.
We had a little 5-second wedge making a 50% retracement right now to 397. Bam.
See what I'm talking about? We had that nice bull channel, and then it just kind of goes sideways, and that's when you start looking for those wedges for the breakouts.
Right.
Okay.
There
See
it
if we're going to
comes.
get swifty here.
We're in the half leg again.
397.58.
It's going to complete. We're going for 398. No problem.
There's your strong bar.
And then next week, I think 382 is still the target for all the bears going into next week's FOMC coming out. So it's going to be some volatility, and I'm trying to roll into some condor or pairs of spreads so I can be ready for that move. It's coming.
Yeah, that's coming. We need to do that.
Let me pull up my calendar and verify the date exactly.
Guys, did anyone post penny stocks for the day, or have I missed it?
I got up late because I'm in transition, so I missed it.
Don't worry. I've got a huge stack of penny stocks I'm working through anyway, so I'll just work through these. Cheers.
Well, I haven't posted anything this week.
Let me do this real quick. Wait just a second, and I'll scroll through some right now.
Yeah, no worries.
Oh, that's the wrong one. Where is it? Active Trader.
Pulling up calendar data for next week.
There we go. Oh, my goodness.
So we got Monday, 2 o'clock, we got the federal budget. Let's see here. Tuesday.
Shoot.
Got the Cleveland Fed CPI at 11. Redbook at 855, CPI wage earner at 830, core CPI index 830. That's gonna be great next week.
Hey, Victoria, there's one that's really flagging up right now. I wouldn't get in on it right now. It looks like it's going to come back down for a little while. Looks like it's reaching exhaustion, but it's BIVI, BV, BIVI, Bravo, I, Victoria, I.
I'll look it up and keep an eye on it. I'll chart it up and everything, put some lines in it. Yeah, cheers, Stone. Thanks, mate.
You're welcome. It's definitely, it's had some movement yesterday, but I think it's hit an exhaustion, so it should have a pullback for a little while.
I'll stick it on the watch list. Thank you.
All right. You're welcome. You remember Howl? Howl's out there again, but it ain't doing nothing. Howl took my eyes off a SPY and everything. What do we get? Ooh.
I got that CORZ on my list. It's up almost 5% now. Just a little 10 cent banger. That one has some interesting setups later on, though.
Oh, NIU.
If you like penny stocks, keep CORZ on your radar. Watch that thing for a setup because it's coming.
Got a lot of
What was that, Jeremy?
CORZ. Keep an eye on that one for a setup.
I've already got that one. Yeah, thank you.
If you look at the 2-hour chart on that thing, it's got some levels to get to that are pretty impressive. Some of them exceed 100% from where it's at now. And then there's that big old massive gap down from $1 and some change there. If it starts pushing into bars from that mess, then we could see it really fly. But it's got to get above 25 cents to do any of that. So.
Yeah. I tell you, they're just bull flags left and right on the penny stocks. You really can learn your bull flags really well there.
Oh yes.
Some of them are just ticky-tack, though.
Don't forget to count the bull flags, because
no,
that rule of 3, man, it's
3, isn't it? Yeah.
It
3.
holds. It holds 3. So true on penny stocks, man. It's almost every time it's 3 flags up, and then bam, they break over.
Yeah, and it's 3 flags down, and then it goes sideways, isn't it?
Typically.
Usually 3 flags up, and then sideways for a little bit. Sideways or down, 2 legs, and then back up or back down. Yeah.
And oftentimes, if you plot out all of your control levels, it'll hit them twice in one day. And then you'll see the 3 flags up. It'll run. It'll drop and fade most of the day. And then towards power hour, it'll pick back up and run back to the next levels. Almost never to the exact peak from the first breakout, unless it does break it out. Then it'll continue on into the next day. But typically, they'll run up to that second flag towards the end of the day. And it just gives you like more opportunity to scalp it.
Just scalp it.
Just scalp it.
Yeah, the other thing is I like that look where, it doesn't happen all the time, but where you get in the middle of the day about 1 or 1:30, you look and there's a double bottom. And usually I could find those in the zones. Right. And if they hold that, then they'll run. That's the ones that'll run back up, fake you out in the morning. Everybody's all excited, and then it drops down, and then it double bottoms in the middle of the day, and then runs back up towards the open. And usually those, if it's a good one, you can get them pretty good.
Love that stuff. You can
get some good scalps on it. You can even swing some of those.
Yes.
And what I mean by swing, intraday swing, not overnight.
I want to run some spreads for that 15th expiration. I think that's going to be the hot lick.
Oh, Momo. I see that. You put that up there a little while ago. Sig, I'm sorry. And there's even a Momo. Sig? Did Sig put up a penny stock? Hang on, everybody.
Hold on.
Go look at the chat, Sig.
Call Guinness.
A penny stock.
Call Guinness.
He put up Momo.
Wow, nice. That's got some momentum.
It's kind of topped out right now, but I'm flabbergasted.
Momo, okay.
Sig, I have all the respect in the world for you. I hope you don't take anything I say wrong.
That's flag 2, baby.
I just get a big kick out of that, though.
Third flag would put that to 750. That could have some room yet, guys. Third flag would put that right at 750.
My mama said, penny stocks from the devil.
Well, we like winning our fiddles from them.
Mhm.
Keep
Oh
giving
well,
me
yeah, that's gapping up.
keep giving me them golden fiddles.
Hey, NIU's going too, but you know those moves. Some of those moves, I'm sorry, we missed already. Like where they break the pre-market high.
Yeah,
I sorry, y'all. I got up late. It'll be good next week.
there you go.
And then the Keurig, whatever the hell that coffee machine is, makes you sit there and wait.
Yeah,
And it's like I don't want to wait. I want my coffee now. So I had to make like a bunch of cups and put it in the thermos. So, so I'm sitting there at 9:25 going, I need to be at my desk.
so I got work to do. I got stuff to scalp. Damn it.
I'm gonna get a coffee machine and put it in my office.
There you go. Come
Yeah.
on, fill already. Urgh.
Now we go sideways.
Yeah.
$396.50. Right on the bottom of that. Time is it? Right at the bottom of that.
Yeah, we've got a
Bollinger Band.
little bear flag breaking over on the 5-second chart, and 1-minute chart's looking like a second roundy. So it's made its half leg. Now it's time to roll over and fade. If it breaks too far below 396.50 here, we can start seeing it retrace levels down to like the 395.25 area. Good old boring price action. Actually,
Well, it's
never boring.
slow now than it's slower than it used to be, but it's actually, quite frankly, this is a great time for new traders to learn. this is I mean, to learn price action because it moves so slow, it's not ripping your face off.
right? We just got a 5-second diamond printed.
5-second diamond.
5-second diamond. Look at that.
Well, now this is looking kind of like a triple top, isn't it, on a 1 minute?
Maybe. All right. There is your core level. We always see these diamonds do this.
Watch out.
Bam, broke resistance, tag the 200. Oftentimes these will give the fake and break.
All right, let's see. Double bottom on the 10-second.
Watch that 200 carefully.
It's already broken R1. And coming up to a big red control bar on the 10-second from the left from, I don't know, my time's going to be different than it should be.
1 minute's got a diamond to boot.
10:42 and 30 seconds on the 10-second.
Get rid of that.
That's a big red bar. Now we're going to hit the spinner above it, break that, and we might continue to be bulls. Let's see. Then that would make this an ugly little sideways 2-leg thing. Although that last candle ended with a wick.
Look at the range to get tacked exactly on the diamond. Lower and upper lines. Bam. Right through. See ya. Down to the median.
Oh, you saw that wick, yeah.
Median of the diamond takes you to the 396.50. We break that, we rip a face off to the bear side. Just on the 5-second chart.
Bear side, yeah. Just on the 5-second chart. Y'all be careful now out there listening to us. We're here to teach. Not tell you what to do.
That's right.
Look at that wedge on NRBO. It ain't worth trading, but I just saw it. Don't look at it. Never mind.
Don't look, Ethel.
Don't look, Ethel. Yeah, call me straight. Wee. Ethel, is that you? Now, you're too young for that stuff.
I know, but I used to hear that a lot as a kid.
Because old people like me like to play it.
Then
I ain't old.
Slow walking John. And then along came John.
I have a picture of me from 1993, I think, 1992. It's a promotion picture, and black and white promotion picture. And then I have a picture from about 6 years ago. And I looked at him and I went, "Holy cow! I look exactly the same."
Ain't nothing
I
changed.
finally. Well, the thing was, when I was younger, I always looked older.
Yeah.
When I met my ex-wife, I told her I was 24. She thought I was lying. I told her I was 24 from New Orleans. She thought I was 40 from New York.
Oh wow.
That's the truth. It's the truth. And
You look like a New York 40.
Yeah. Well, the accent that I had,
Yeah.
for them in that area. I was actually in Warrington, Virginia.
Ah,
Borington.
Borington. So
Warrington. They had more cocaine in that city.
yeah.
I didn't fool with it, but there was more cocaine in that area than I had. I was like, this is more cocaine they got here than they have in New Orleans.
Oof.
It was a rich community.
Yeah. It's a rich community with rich people problems.
Wow.
You played in a few gigs in California, haven't you?
Yes.
You
I
ever
have. Yes, I have. I had
ever-
to think about it for a minute.
you ever heard of Pioneer Town?
Mm-mm.
It was a set built in Whitewater Rapids or Whitewater Wash up outside the Palm Desert. It's up on like the edge of the high desert there. Long story short, it was a set that was built to shoot one of the iterations of Shootout at the OK Corral, and this couple named Harriet and Pappy went and bought the property from the studio really cheap. They built a saloon into the set, so they used the original facade from the set for the original saloon and built it into an actual saloon. And it's like really neat spot for a lot of famous musicians have played there. And it's country and western style bar, but like they've had metal bands there. They've had just some major rock bands play there. It was just incredible how many bands have played there. But
No, I did a few things out there. I played a place in San Francisco one time. I did a few gigs. I have a picture of me at the Monterey Fairgrounds.
Okay.
Where I'm in front of the burn mark where Jimi Hendrix burned his guitar in 1967.
Oh wow.
And they leave it there, and it's a big, they say people come all the time. We got there, the place was closed, and we were like, "Hey man, we're a band on tour. Can we come see the stage?" And they were like, "Yeah, you want to see the burn spot?" I said, "It's still there."
That's
like,
awesome.
"Yeah." So I'm on like the burn spot. I was like, "Oh, this is what got me on the guitar."
That's some bucket list kind of stuff right there, man.
That was crazy. I played. I tell you a quick story. I played right across the street from the Whiskey A Go Go.
Oh wow.
I didn't play the Whiskey A Go Go, but I played right across the street from it on Sunset Boulevard. And the night that I played there,
I used to go to Whiskey a lot.
it was the night BB King died. And it's just for me. This is a great story for me personally. I was playing The Thrill Is Gone. I was playing The Thrill Is Gone the moment he died.
Oh man.
The moment BB King died, we were playing the frickin' Thrill Is Gone. I was like, well, that doesn't mean I'm gonna make a lot of money or anything, but not everybody can say that.
No kidding.
I can.
That's
That was like a kiss from heaven for me. Like, okay, yeah.
that's monumental right there, man. That's cool. I
That
mean,
was
it's
fun.
sad, of course, but
Sad,
cool.
but it was, I mean, he lived a long time.
Yeah,
BB was great.
absolutely the great.
Mm-hmm.
McDonald's. That is the end of a bullfly. They really break out or die trying.
Now that I'm semi-retired, I talk about it more.
Yeah.
I'm not so tight as I was about 6 months ago. Remember how tight I was?
Yeah.
I was
Well-
like, oh, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know about this or that.
It's a transition, man. I mean, you go from like you said before, like you're under a spotlight, and like everything you do is gonna be scrutinized and judged. It's fine. It happens.
Everything.
But you get into trading, and it's like a whole new realm of stepping out of one thing and into another thing. And for me, being a mechanic, like it was over the years, people are like, you're crazy. You're gambling with your savings. Da, da, da. I'm like, dude, you know what? It's working because now I'm a part-time mechanic. So,
That's right. Well, it's working.
I'm
I'm semi-retired.
Exactly. And you get to a point where like people leave you alone, and then next thing you know, they're asking you questions about the market and how they can get started. It's like, see.
That's exactly right.
We're
crawling here.
I've spent many hours checking out shows at the Whiskey. I used to frequent that spot quite a bit.
Yeah, I did that, and I did
And the Troubadour, is it across the street or down the street? Because there's a Troubadour, there's the Viper Room right there in the corner.
I want to say it's close by, like down the street or something. I don't
probably
know.
the
I don't know
Troubadour.
it that well.
The Troubadour is another spot that's pretty cool. The Troubadour is where I was when Dimebag from Pantera was shot.
We're on YouTube, aren't we?
Yeah, we are on YouTube.
Shh, I'm gonna shut up.
I was trying to get into that show where
Forgot about that.
to see Pantera, and a friend of mine used to be able to call in press passes for me, and I'd just pick them up from will call and walk right in. And for some reason, he was able to call in passes. I get to the ticket booth, and for either they bumped me off the list for someone else or something. And I would actually utilize the press pass. I go and talk to the band and take notes and stuff as if, and then I'd just send a feedback to my friend who was an editor for Scratch Magazine at the time. And long story short, they bumped me for someone else in the press to come and interview. I think it was somebody from like Rolling Stone or something like that was there. And I would have been at that show where that dude shot a bunch of people.
Wow.
Pretty crazy. And I ended up going to a show at the Troubadour instead, just 2 doors down from there. So yeah, pretty crazy.
That is pretty crazy. Yeah.
I could have been there.
All right, now we
Might
have
not have been
another.
here.
We have another wedge on the 1 minute that we're hitting the top of the resistance on now on the MES. Those last couple of candles are interesting on the 5 minute. So it just wicked into that resistance, so it's not trying to break over it.
Well, this is
I did Long Beach Blues Festival. Well, actually, that was many years back, like in 1992, and we took there was this, it was a big resurgence of blues and everything back and then. Stevie Ray had just died, but he had opened up the gate. B.B. King loved him. All the old blues guys loved Stevie because he honored them. When I saw him on the riverboat. President here in New Orleans, we used to have a riverboat called the President. You go watch concerts, and Stevie refused to have B.B. King play before him because he was the star, they said, so they wanted him to go on after B.B. And he said, no, I'm playing before B.B. King. I'm opening for him.
Yep.
And so he was great. He was really great about that. So all those cats loved him. So we played this show in this contest in New Orleans, and the band, that was a big band, horn players, bunch of great side people. One of the guys was from San Francisco, as a matter of fact. And we won the contest. We beat everybody. Everybody was shocked. They didn't, we were like, they didn't know what they expect. And we came out there on our toes, just kicked butt.
Awesome.
So they sent us out to Long Beach, California to go play in the finals, and it was rigged. And I can tell you right now, it was rigged. And it pissed me off. Yeah. But it was fun. We had a good time, and this is the story that I missed. I missed things with my band. So my sister lives in California, and they came out and saw me, took me to their house. The rest of the band goes out and hangs out, and somebody says, a couple of guys from California says, hey, I know so-and-so. Let me call him up. And goes, didn't have cell phones back then. Says, yeah, well, look, we're playing a party tonight. Come on over to, come on and crash the party. It's frickin' James Coburn's birthday.
Oh, wow.
and
That's
it's
cool.
James Coburn's birthday party, and I'm the only member of the band not at the party.
Oh,
And I
man.
was a James Coburn fan, and
Yeah.
like Flint and stuff like that. My man Flint or whatever it was, and President's Analyst, all that goofy stuff. And Coburn came up to the guys, and I'm secondhand imitating, and he took a cigar out of his mouth, and he says, "You guys really cook."
That's awesome.
But it was great to visit with my sister. We hadn't seen each other in a million years. That's my Long Beach story. I'm done.
That's a good story, though. Oh man, it's just kind of grinding.
This is it. This is our life now.
Yeah, we're just telling
So-
stories, but we do have a pattern starting to emerge here. We got an M-top, and
Kind of going sideways right now.
I went and stuck the critical support zone right here at 396.25.
Oh, look at you. Yes, we do. We do.
And we just broke angular support on it, so we're likely to come down and test two ranges, 396.40 and 396.25. And if we crack 396.25, we retrace today's opening range. This can still set up for a measured move consolidation pattern and break out to the bull side and approach that 398 to 400 pivot. Very possible. But if this M-top breaks bearish here, you got this whole trend to retrace. So you can go either way into the middle of the day here.
All I have so far is a 3-point scalp. And I saw it, and I should have stayed in it longer. Yes, ma'am.
When you say 3 points, you're not talking about percentages or cents or
No,
pennies?
I'm talking about the different thing. I'm talking about the futures. They're measured in
Right,
points.
okay. All right,
Yeah.
sorry.
Points,
No, you're good.
pips, and ticks.
Yeah, pips is for Forex, right?
Yeah, I think pips is for Forex.
Man, look, we are
Ticks.
still on that 3970 weekly VWAP from September 12th, the week of September 12th. We have just been hanging on that on the MES here, playing around the top of it and the bottom of it, and then wicking into it, and kind of looks like it's walking the tightrope.
Yeah.
But I do see that that it looks like a triple top to me.
A triple top, M-top, kind of similar. It's just, if you take and
Triple top, M top. Here's it's just the top.
convert it to a line chart, just start drawing on it. It's more or less an M-top.
Oh, you put the line chart on so you can see it clearly.
Yep. Sometimes I'll do
Yep,
that.
that's a great thing to do, Jeremy. I heard you telling somebody that yesterday, and you were telling everybody that yesterday, and that is really an excellent thing to do.
It really helps you see the forest through the trees. You get all these
Yeah.
candles on here, and
Oh,
you start
there's a
drawing on
break.
your chart like I do, and you got like umpteen different indicators rolling. It can be hard to see sometimes, but when you get the experience behind you, where you've got enough screen time to just recognize it,
Yeah.
no matter what you're looking at,
Yeah.
cool. But in the meantime, if you're not quite there yet, throw a line chart at it once in a while, and it'll really help you see things a little more clearly.
Now watch. I'm the same way with these. This is a breakout, but
There it goes.
Let's
We're at that
see.
40. Bam.
396.
Smoke that critical support, and this M-top continues. It runs right through that channel, and it might pause right at the 200 period, about 395.60.
Yeah, I got 395.66, right where VWAP is on SPY.
I love how VWAP and the 200 are so close when you get down to those 1 and 5 minute charts.
Yeah, and you see, and you can tell when they're like bullish. If you look at the 5-minute chart, you can see that we're way above the VWAP and the 200. You see that the VWAP is above the 200,
Right.
and I like to see that for bullish moves. Yeah, that's starting to look really ugly.
Yep. I'm piling in.
So what did we get? About an hour of movement? Is that what we got today? About an hour of movement?
Yeah, pretty much.
And I mean, because just a
One
few months
solid
back, we
1 hour
would
bar.
still be in here looking at moves.
I
And,
know.
And spikes and jumps and dips. And
Not just chilling. All right, this will either be a double bottom for a retracement back to 396.50, like it's about to tag right now, and then a breakover as a
Pull
bear
back.
flag, pop and drop.
Yep. Yep, that's what it looks like it might be. Let's see.
Looking at
You
the
are
5-second
so
chart.
right, Mr. Sensei.
And break
Yeah.
support, continue on, set that leg, break 396, and it's game on for the Bears. Mwahaha. Sorry.
Big, if we can't break 39.77, we are going to retest that 39.30 COG again.
That would be 393 on SPY's chart, roughly. Where did we open? 393, we got to a low, 393.45.
Oh, we're at the Globex high again.
Yeah.
At 39.65.75.
Crushing it. Break that M top, baby. Let's go. Go, Gadget Bears.
Let's see. I see that. Go, Gadget Bears. We have to figure out if we got a Gadget Bear and GIF.
There you go. The only spread I could get to fill on the 15th is so far the money. It's like, the probability is really low. But according to our 2-hour diamond pattern, that is well within the realm of possible. Let me run these down. I'm actually going to skew this line just a little bit.
Give me a break. Sorry, not you.
All good. I think I still have my Double Trouble album somewhere on CD.
On CD, yeah. I
Them
got
old
it on.
things.
I have it on iTunes now.
Yeah. So this is what we're setting up for range on FOMC. I think that's where this diamond is, what this diamond is telling us. So far, 3 major Fed events, these diamond patterns have predicted the range to the friggin' penny 3 times in a row on Fed events. Starting from Jackson Hole, what was the other one? Jobless, and some other thing. Every time I've seen these diamonds, I run these lines out, and dude, it defines the range to the friggin' penny. So looking at spreads, you're going to look for that range. I mean, we could see 382 pretty easily next week. We could even see it fade all the way down to like 373. That's the kind of thing we can do with these diamonds. And we know nothing is impossible in this market these days. We also know that this is a relief rally in a bear market until otherwise proven innocent. So you take that into effect here, and you start playing with these ranges on these diamond patterns, and you really start to know a lot about what you're seeing. And then check this out. We could grind even more. Like I say with these diamond patterns, they tend to predict range. But look at the bigger picture. Our 2-hour chart, this is a range expansion at the top of a trend, right? Usually those break bearish, but not always. This thing could grind on sideways all the way through until, probably the first or second week of January before we start to see it break. But look, I haven't drawn this yet, but I don't have to because there's an angular resistance line right here. And it lines right up as if this was going to be a big old diamond pattern. Never ignore those diamonds, man. They speak. And I think we got a pretty good chance of breaking into a big range next week. Or if it becomes welcomed in the market as far as whatever they decide to do, it doesn't really produce a lot of range in the market. We can expect a bounce here, and we can just go right into a range compression zone and hang it right into the first week of January, no problem. And then when we start getting into Q4 earnings reports, that's when the big mess happens. And I think there's a good understanding that retail is a mixed bag right now across the board. Black Friday sales and brick and mortar weren't what they should be, or even close to what they should be. Store traffic was just flat. Online traffic was huge, so it's gonna tip the ball into a different realm of profit margins for some, and it's gonna take it from others. So, going to be some interesting price action going into next year, and I think we've got a really good shot at hanging pretty much sideways into a range compression into January at this point. All right, M-Top's breaking for today. That's looking nice. First target, 395 right here. I hate that it doesn't show me the number next to my cursor when I run over those pivots. It just doesn't do it anymore. I swear I'm going to start taking those pivots off my damn chart. Ever since the update, it's kind of done that. I'll have to complain about it maybe. I am a beta tester for Webull after all, so I better do my duty and give them some feedback. Anyway, looking at this perfect little M-top diamond, whatever you want to call it, there's some angulars in here to respect, and I'll walk you through this real quick, and I'm going to sign off of YouTube and go make some content. But we're looking at
Make some breakfast.
angulars first, and you'll always get a pause in these areas. First, we expected a pause right on that 200 period. You heard me say it. There it is. Now we go and retrace resistance, which is probably just a hair under 396. And then, if we continue to break bearish or reject the 8 period here, we run into the next pause expected at the pivot. Then there's angular support from this line, which is a regression line from our previous descending channel there. Then there's angular support from the base of that channel. And then we've got a pivot down from the opening low. 2 of them. It's just a matter of finding out where those zones are, knowing where your price targets are, and knowing exactly what your trade plan is going to be when you start seeing things work out. And this broke down. Now it tested resistance. Went to 395.95 just about. Let's see if it continues to roll down from here. This is interesting because like you see my charts look nasty as hell. And I'll draw on them all day long and have to wipe them every once in a while so I can see the damn candles. It gets bad. But knowing where those levels are, knowing what to expect, that's how you make your trade plan. Those lines are your trade plan. You can find all your pivot points, all your points of control, all your targets just by drawing on your chart. Knowing what to draw is the hard part. All right, YouTube, I'm going to sign off. I'm going to go make some content, and I got to get some strategy videos made. I made one yesterday if you want to check it out on our channel, if you guys are watching. Just explaining what I do with these little dollar-wide debit spreads on SPY and how it's an incredible profit margin percentage-wise, but you got to take some size to make some money on it, just to kind of know that. But for nothing else, if you're a brand new trader or you're just cutting your teeth on option spreads or something like that, that's the way to go because it's a stupid cheap risk. I mean, risking a penny is literally $1 per contract spread on those, and the practice and experience you're going to get from those, you can't put a price on that. Especially when you compare that to the average trader's tuition, that we call it, the amount of money they lose before they start to get it. That is the way to go. You're going to learn a hell of a lot in a really short time practicing those little dollar-wide spreads. All right, guys. I'm going to let you go, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. And then I'm going to take a quick break from the Discord channel, too, so I can go make some content.
Bye, YouTube.